Hi guys, welcome back to the continuation of the Prelims 2024 answer key discussions. Now, in this session of Prelims 2024 series, I'm going to discuss with you the international relations current affairs, or I'm going to discuss with you international relations Prelims 2024 answer key. Now, you can click on the link below. I've already put the history questions. Now, again, IR questions have been actually quite based on current affairs. Uh, United States Energy Information website has actually contributed two questions in our IR. Now, most of the questions have directly come from current affairs, straight from the newspaper. Now, without wasting any more time, let us quickly get into the first question. The longest border between the two countries in the world is between Canada, United States, Chile, Argentina, China, India, Kazakhstan, and Russian Federation. Now, the answer is Canada, United States. Canada and United States have border approximately of about 5,525 miles. Now, Chile, Argentina have about 3,298 miles. Now, Kazakhstan, Russia is the second highest. Canada and US is the first highest among the options. Chile, Argentina is the third. China and India have the fourth largest border. So, answer is A. Now, consider the following countries: Italy, Japan, Nigeria, South Korea, South Africa. Which of the above countries are frequently mentioned in the media for their low birth rates or aging population or declining population? Now, based on the recently released UN Population Division Report 2024, Japan and Italy are number one and number two countries which are having the highest amount of aging population. In fact, Japan ranks 1, Italy ranks 2, South Korea ranks 41. In the first 50 countries, among the top 50 aging countries, Japan, Italy, and South Korea are the top. So naturally, the answer is A, 1, 2, and 4. Which of the following statements about exercise Mitra Shakti 2024 is correct? This is a joint military exercise between India and Bangladesh. It commenced in Andhra, Pune. It's a joint response. Countering terrorism was a global goal of this operation. Indian Air Force was part of this exercise. The answer is D. In fact, Mitra Shakti is a joint military exercise between India and Sri Lanka. Now, India Sri Lanka Mitra Shakti 9th edition happened in on 2023. It actually encompasses joint responses and counterterrorism operations involving tactical maneuvers like raids, search, destroy missions, and heliborne operations, and more. The Sri Lankan division is represented by soldiers of the 53rd Infantry Division of Sri Lanka. In this military exercise of 2023, Indian Air Force, in fact, 15 soldiers of Indian Air Force, 5 soldiers of Sri Lankan Air Force were also participating. So that's why the answer is 2, 3, and 4 are correct. Answer D. Consider the following pairs. Country, reason for being in the news: Argentina, Sudan, Turkey. Worst economic crisis, war between countries, regular army and paramilitary forces, rescinded its membership of NATO. Now, Argentina is not the one which was having worst economic crisis. Worst economic crisis is Venezuela. Sudan, yes, has a continuous war between its regular Sudanese military and also the paramilitary forces, some of the rebel militaries of the Sudanese military. That area is having a lot of trouble. Turkey, in fact, has not rescinded its NATO membership. In fact, recently, this year in 2023-2024, Turkey even approved the entry of Sweden into the NATO. And Turkey has been one of the strongest opponent of Swedish entry into NATO. So the answer will be A. Only one pair is correct, which is the Sudan pair. Venezuela goes through the worst economic crisis. Turkey even approved Swedish membership into NATO. So Turkey is very much part of the NATO now. And the Sudanese Civil War 2023 is basically a rival faction dispute which has been happening between Sudanese armed forces under Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and paramilitary forces supported by RSF under Janjaweed leader Hemeti. Began during Ramadan, April 2023. Now, this is actually coming directly from a current affairs paper. Consider the following statements. Sumet pipeline is a strategic route for Persian Gulf oil and natural gas shipments to Europe. Sumet pipeline connects the Red Sea with the Mediterranean Sea. Which of the following statements is correct from the above statements? Now, this is a two statement type of answer? The answer is A. Sumed Pipeline, Suez Canal and Sumed Pipeline are strategic routes for Persian Gulf crude oil, petroleum products, liquefied natural gas shipments to Europe. Now, this is actually a statement directly coming from United States Energy Information Administration website of the US government. Now, the canal is located in Egypt. Suez connects Red Sea with the Mediterranean Sea. So, both the statements are correct. Okay, and it is critical choke point because large volumes of energy commodities flow throughout this region. So since both the statements are correct, it's a strategic route for Persian Gulf oil and natural gas shipments to Europe, which is what the statement says, and connects Red Sea with Mediterranean Sea. Yes, since both the statements are correct, and statement 2 very well explains statement 1. Okay, so answer is A. Consider the following statements. Red Sea receives very little precipitation in any form. No water enters Red Sea from the rivers. Which of the following statements above is or are correct? Red Sea receives very little precipitation. Yes, receives very little precipitation in any form. Excessive evaporation occurs due to lack of rainfall, lack of major source of fresh water into the Red Sea. Summer temperatures are substantially higher. It's actually a statement directly from Encyclopedia Britannica. Encyclopedia Britannica website say they took this statement directly. No water enters Red Sea from its rivers. This is also a statement directly on the Encyclopedia Britannica for the kids. So, given the source, the question very well answers that both statements are correct. Both 1 and 2 are correct. Consider the following statements. India is a member of the International Grains Council. A country needs to be a member of the International Grains Council for exporting and importing rice and wheat. Now, see, this is an extreme statement. So, this statement should create a doubt in your head. As of April 2020, International Grains Council membership consists of 11 producing members, 18 importing members. So India is actually producing exporting member of the International Grain Council. It is one of the 11. And Grain Council is an intergovernmental organization. It oversees the grain trade conventions and seeks to promote cooperation in global grain trade. That's it. So it's not like a binding authority, and you don't have to be a member of the Grain Council if you want to do import of rice and wheat. So answer will be A. Only one is correct. Consider the following statements. There is an instability and worsening security situation in Sahel region. There have been military takeovers, coups in several countries of the Sahel region in the recent past. Now, you will be able to answer this question only if you have a very clear idea of what is Sahel region. The Sahel region literally means the shore, or the Sahelian acacia savanna, is a biogeographical region in Africa. Yes, in the recent past, various coups, insurgencies, terrorism, foreign interventions have been happening in Sahel countries, especially the former Francophone, which is basically the French African colonial region. Consider the following statements. India does not import apples from the United States of America. And in India, the law prohibits the import of genetically modified food without the approval of competent authority. Now, this question, the answer will be D. The answer will be D because recently there's been a good amount of increase in the number of apples which are imported even from United States into India. Now, India removed the retaliatory imported duty on US apples in September. Imports of American apples have actually surged 40 times in a period of 3 months. In 2017-18, the total imports of apples were about 7 million boxes, which obviously has dropped down to 50,000 boxes in 2022-23. Now, regardless of how the imports have increased or dropped, the question itself was saying that it does not import, which is wrong. According to Hindu Business Line, that's the source for this statement. India does import, and in India, Food Safety and Standards Act 2006 basically prohibits usage of genetically modified crops, use and sale of genetically modified food without FSSAI's approval. So that's a competitive authority. At this stage, only one GM crop is permitted, which is cotton. Now, consider the following statements. European Parliament approved the Net Zero Industry Act recently. European Union intends to achieve carbon neutrality by 2040 and therefore aim to develop all of its own clean technology by that time. Which of the following statements is or are correct in respect of the above statements? The answer will be C. Now, Net Zero Industry Act will attract investments and create better conditions and market access for clean technology in Europe, EU. So yes, recently European Parliament approved it for the European Union, but the aim of the union's overall strategic net zero technologies manufacturing capacity approaches and reaches at least 40% of annual deployment needs by 2030. Now, it's actually not about the development of its own clean technology by that time and net zero carbon neutrality. That's all, extreme statement. So that's why statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is definitely correct. Consider the following statements. Recently, Venezuela has achieved a rapid recovery from its economic crisis and succeeded in preventing its people from fleeing or emigrating to other countries. Now, this is essentially an understanding based statement. If you compare with what Venezuela was about 8 months back, yes, it has definitely achieved a good amount of rapid recovery, and people fleeing Venezuela has actually come down. And Venezuela, second statement, Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves. Yes, according to US Energy Information Administration website and information, Venezuela has world's largest proven crude oil reserves in 2023 with approximately 303 billion barrels, accounting for almost 17% of global reserves. So statement 2 is also correct. Hence the answer will be B. Statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. But statement 2 does not actually explain statement 1. And just because it is having world's largest oil reserves, within the domains of this question, this statement does not explain this statement. So yes, answer will be B. Venezuela does have the world's largest proven oil reserves. Which of the following which of the following countries are well known for being the two largest cocoa producers in the world? Ivory Coast, straightforward. Now, since the answer options has Ivory Coast only one option, you can select Ivory Coast and Ghana. Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire is the largest producer of cocoa bean, for which is the base for chocolate, producing over 2 million tons in a year. Consider the following statements, following countries: Finland, Germany, Norway, Russia. How many of the above countries have a border with North Sea? Germany and Norway. So Germany here, Norway here, definitely have a border with North Sea. Finland and Russia, it's not there. It's not there in the map. It's not there where Finland or Russia are actually connecting to the North Sea. Since the question is restricting itself to only North Sea, answer will be B. Only two options are correct. Consider the following pairs: Brazil, Indonesia, elk; Madagascar, bonobo. Animal found in the natural habitat of this. Since it had international countries, I just put it in IR. Otherwise, I couldn't have checked it. But yeah, it was in current affairs as well. Elk is mainly seen in North America and Central East Asia. Bonobo is mainly seen in Congo Basin. It's a type of chimpanzee. Indri is also a tree dweller, like mainly seen in Madagascar. Lemur, it's a type of lemur. Now, consider the following regarding the World Toilet Organization. It is one of the agencies of United Nations. World Toilet Summit, World Toilet Day, and World Toilet College are initiatives of this organization to inspire action to tackle the global sanitization crisis, sanitation crisis. And the main focus of its function is to grant funds to least developing countries and developing countries to achieve the end of open defecation. Which of the following statements is or are correct? See, answer will be A, only two, because number one, WTO is not United Nations organization. It's basically a non-profit organization from Singapore. It was founded in 2001. World Toilet College was started by WTO as a social enterprise in 2005. World Toilet Day was founded in 2001, inaugural World Toilet Summit. Now, so Toilet Summit, Toilet Day, Toilet College are initiatives of this organization. Answer is option is right. WTO, World Toilet Organization, empowers individuals through education, training, and building local marketplaces. It also continues to provide an international platform for toilet associations, governments, academic institutions, foundations, UN agencies, corporate stakeholders. So there are a lot of players, not just LDCs and developing countries. So that's why that option 3, will not be entirely correct. Hence, we have only option 2 right. Number 1 is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Only this option is correct. Now, those were some of the international relations questions, guys. Almost all the IR questions have traditionally have actually been from the current affairs paper, directly from current affairs. So keep sticking to the current affairs magazines. Recital of Vachiram seems to be quite good, quite handy as well. Saves you a lot of time doing smart work. That's it from me in this session. Do like, follow, and subscribe. Click on the bell icon. It'll be helpful for me. Now, as the time goes, as the keys get updated, and if there are any challenges in the keys, do definitely let me know, because this is the best we could do at this stage, because it's still very fresh question paper. Now, shortly, I will continue with my Modern India series. Now, I've been putting some of the Modern India series in the first video of Viceroy Canning is already there in the session in this playlist. So also I'm putting a link down below in the in the description page. So please click on it, see Lord Canning and all the viceroys will be doing here on this very channel. Do subscribe, follow. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.